Hello guys, welcome back to another video on incredible inverts and other animals with me, Phil. And in this video we're going to be taking a bit of a zoo tour, as of this time of Amazona Zoo up in Cromer, North Norfolk. So let's go and take a look. Okay, guys, so that was a bit of a virtual tour of Amazona Zoo up in Cromer, North Norfolk. So, what do you guys think? It's not a who's who zoo. It's about 15 acres, I think they said. So it's actually a bit bigger than the zoo I work at myself. So I do have some really nice animals there. Of course, it's called Amazona Zoo. Everything there is kind of South American, Central American sort of based and stuff. So don't go to their, they're expecting, African animals, for instance, sort of thing. You're not going to get, zebras and giraffes there, and they're not really big enough for that, those sorts of animals anyway. But they've got some fantastic ones. They've got tapirs. I love a tapir. And so they've got jaguars. Don't see jaguars all that often. I find in the UK. So really nice to see things like that. That are just that bit different to see. So the jaguars are absolutely stunning. I do love a jaguar. So and then I got some nice reptiles, nice tropicals and stuff. So yeah, it is a nice little day out. So yeah, if you're in the North Norfolk area, certainly in the Cromer area on holiday, it's worth checking out. And there are a few different zoos along the sort of North Norfolk to Suffolk coastline as well. And actually, a lot of them are fairly sort of themed to specific areas. So you've got Amazona Zoo, this one of South American, Central American. Just down the road from it, or not too far from it, is Frigby Hall Wildlife Gardens, which is Southeast Asian themed. So, and then if you go again across into Suffolk, onto the Suffolk coast, Kessingland, you've got Africa Alive, which is obviously then Africa themed. So yeah, and they all do things slightly differently to each other, and you'll see some very different animals to them all. So you could actually spend a week, kind of in the Norfolk Suffolk area, and do 3 different zoos and see the whole host of different animals all in one go. So I will have to perhaps get up to the other two at some point and do some videos at the other two. So yeah, perhaps let me know down in the comments if that's something that interests you. So, but if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Again, as I put some comments down below. So, what zoo is your favourite in the UK or around the world? And so, let me know down in those comments. I always love to know different zoos, and especially the ones I haven't heard of, because if I can go and check them out, I'll try and check them out. So, and thanks to everyone who has subscribed to the channel, hit that bell for notifications. Check out my description for my various links, like Patreon, my website, affiliate links for Spider Shop and Wildlife Global Safaris, discount codes for MK Exotics, links for TikTok, Instagram, things like that. You can become a channel member on here if you so wish. So, always thank you for watching. Take care and keep rocking.